wow, it's a big house. A lot of houses, right? Hundreds.
I don't know if it's hundreds.
This looks like it. Let's see. Keep coming, you see?
All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to day 3 of my Yellowstone trip. We're going to go, well, first of all, let me say this. On the way down to Yellowstone, there's apparently a horse ranch that is on both sides of the highway, and the cowboys had the horses crossing the road, so we had to come to a stop. So that was a different experience, right? I mean, anyway, whatever. So what our plan for today is to hit the Midway, I think it is, and the upper Geyser basins, and then hit Old Faithful, and then go to Grant Village. Okay, that's what the plan is for today. Relatively short trip. I mean, relatively speaking, and see how it goes.
So what you got?
Yeah, that's hot. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? The water's just boiling away over there. Yeah, I think that's hot. That's awesome. Look at all that water running down to the lake. I mean, the river. All right, here we are. Oh, this is the Grand Prismatic Spring. Oh, this is a pretty one. Oh, wow, interesting. But still, look at all that water. Wow. It is pretty impressive, I gotta tell you that. Light blue, okay. Nice. It feels like it's full right past us, but you can't see it, can you? Yeah. Oh, it's still slightly warmer. Yes. Oh, there we go. Nice. Really nice. It's hard to see. You can't spell the ground, but there's Old Faithful. Awesome. Cool. Oh, okay, thanks. Didn't want to bother you guys. Awesome.
Let's just go inside. It's really warm. Yeah, let's go.
What is it, 2.5 minutes?
It looks like everybody else planning to do that.
Yeah, I think that place could be packed. Probably just head back.
Well, let's go back to the truck.
Wait here then.
He was saying good then.
All right. All right, well, Yellowstone Lake from Grant Village perspective. There you go. Just noticing the rocks there at the bottom. Okay. Well, what do you think? More than before. No? Still, it's interesting. It's 12:54 p.m. When you see that one that's down there, actually they're all over the place. I wonder if the afternoon's, the morning's time to come. No? I mean, it's more than maybe for it's only 3 minutes.
Good over here, Maria. No, I'm good. I'm good. She's like, I already got that one. I said, mine's nice try. You're good? Okay.
Well, it's more interesting than before, that's for sure. All right, so I'm not doing you a favor unless I tell you straight out. And I may have said this already, so I'll have to make sure I edit to look for it. But if you heard that there's almost no cell coverage in Yellowstone Park, okay? The person, wherever you heard that from, they're telling you the truth, okay? Yes, at some of they have various grocery stores, gas stations in the park. And as big as that park is, you kind of need it. So around them, you might get service. But once you get half a mile away from those places, you have nothing. No service. So what I did was I went to, well, I don't have a navigation. Okay. Let's go there. So I went to this mode that showed the whole route. And that worked well. Actually, that worked fairly decent most of the time. Okay? So that works. But if you're just doing the normal stuff like this, it would all go away. You would lose complete tracking. Okay? So there you go. You know, one of the backup plans is get a paper map. Now, my friends, what they said was, well, download Google Maps on your phone, and then it's there when you don't have service. So, either way, there's also X Online, but any way you go about it, make sure you have a backup plan. All right, so if you made it this far into the video, you know that some things didn't exactly happen in the order that I said at the beginning. So it was raining pretty decently when we got to Old Faithful. My friends didn't want to get out and go see it, and I said, well, I'm going to go over and see if I can find out what time it erupts, and then we'll know. Well, when I got to Old Faithful, there was a big crowd hanging around waiting for it to erupt, and so I stuck there and record that first video. Okay, cool. When I came back, I said, well, this is what just happened, and so we decided, well, let's go down to Grant Village, and you know, we'll have lunch, and then we'll come back a little bit later. Hopefully the rain will kind of lighten up or go away. Okay, so there's that part. So we made it to the lower basin, walked all around it. It's interesting, but probably not as cool as the Midway. The Midway is the Prismatic spring, or springs, right? Now, with all the mist rising from the water, you don't get to see all the color. Okay, so if it's important you see all the color, you might want to try to pick a time when it's the air temperature is higher. That's what I would think, but okay, whatever. At both of those basins, I pulled in to the parking area. There are already people parking out on the street. Okay, I pulled into the parking area both times. As I'm coming along, people are backing out, so I get a spot right away. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? And there you go. So anyway, the lower, yeah, I'd go see it. Don't get me wrong, I'd go see it. But the Midway is much nicer. For some reason, I didn't see a sign for the Upper Basin. And maybe the Upper Basin is actually tied in with Old Faithful. I haven't looked myself. But okay. So after I recorded that first video from Old Faithful, like I said, we went down to Grant, had lunch, came back, and while it hasn't stopped raining, at least is a lot lighter. And so we get there 10-15 minutes before we had to get there. Not that we knew we had to get there at that time, but that's about when we arrived. And so yes, my friends are going, wow, that's cool. So that's we get second videos of, because I thought maybe it wasn't going to be as good as the morning. I just thought maybe as the day goes on, maybe get more tired. Okay, it worked out great. It was a great day. And after that, we just went home. And of course, about time we're passing the entrance gate for Yellowstone, the west entrance. Yeah, the sun started to come out. It's starting to dry out, but we're already done. Okay. While we're at the supercharger over there at West Yellowstone, hey, saw a Cybertruck. But it's interesting watching, and you can almost tell it's so interesting. I mean, some kids will follow their dads, right? All the dads are going, that's so ugly, I don't like it. All the kids, wow, that's cool. You know what the difference is, right? Us adults are the present or the past. It's the kids who are the future, and the Cybertruck was designed for the future. Okay? Sorry, soapbox mode off, okay? It's up to you which way you prefer it. It's all up to you. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just pointing out an obvious difference. Okay. All right, so for today's trip, it was only 136 miles from Big Sky back to Big Sky. Used roughly 51 kilowatt hours. Does that sound about right? That sounds a bit high, doesn't it? I don't know. I did not record it exactly. I know that the trip within Yellowstone reported that it used 23. And I believe the trip up to here reported it used 14. Okay? So that's how I came up with 51. So there was two charges, both at the West Yellowstone supercharger. The first one in the morning for 26 kilowatt hours and $9.75. The second one's for 29 kilowatt hours and $11.12. Now, that second charge up was not really needed. I had 40% in the battery, and it uses about 24 from West Yellowstone up to Big Sky. So the second one wasn't absolutely needed, but my friends aren't quite like, they're not used to electric cars, and they're going like, well, I don't know if I trust it. Okay, fine. So no skin on my nose, just charged it. I think I finally got them to the point where they realized charging to 100% takes a lot longer, because they've seen it a couple times. So there we go. Anyway, all in all, yeah, it's a pretty easy day. Somehow this figure doesn't look like it's going to be right. I must have got something wrong. But okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. There was nothing hard about it from an electric NEV viewpoint. It all went smoothly, and it was great. Other than we have established they absolutely don't like Cybertruck. But I get it. I mean, Cybertruck is going to appeal to a certain person, right? And I think beyond that, nobody else is going to be really interested in it. But there you go. Onward, upward, charge.